Hi, this is Connie Cleveland with my 2.5-year-old Labrador Retriever Thad. There are 2 copies of this run-through end to end. The first time, go ahead and watch it. And the second time through, you can listen to my comments about the performance.
Heel. Good. Heel. Heel. Hurry up. Come on. Heel. Good. Heel. Ready? Stand up. Stay. Okay. Heel. Good. Ready? Hey. Heel. 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 Come here. Heel. 3. Hurry up. Come on. That boy. Good. Okay, heel. Come on. Sit. Thad, here.
Now I'm going to start that video again and comment so that you can hear what I'm thinking as I analyze this performance. I'll start with a comment about choreography. It's not a good strategy to come into the ring and do a right turn and halt with a dog that I expect to have a problem with forging and crowding. It would have been a better strategy to come in to the starting position and stop and then do a little pivot to get into position before the first forward. I'm not satisfied with my forward. It takes him about 2 of my strides to get into a trot, and I want to work on that and see if I can get him trotting a little quicker. He's also crowding, but that didn't surprise me. We know that that's been a problem for him. There's not a noticeable change of pace coming out of that slow. He doesn't go back into a trot. believe that by making my slow slower, it will be more obvious to him when I'm going normal and easier to get him into the trot. Third forward, it's also easy to see that he doesn't get into the trot until the right turn. So there's more evidence that I need to work on my forward. I was really pleased with his about turns. I thought they were nice and tight and attentive. Also probably not a good strategy to go to the right to line up for a figure eight when I didn't have any posts out in the wind and I knew that my first forward was going to be to the left. He didn't do too badly, although this is a match, and so I didn't think he sped up enough coming out of that first inside turn. And so I'm willing to correct that mistake because the only time I have to watch a mistake like that is in the ring. So just for the sake of the run-through, I wasn't going to let that happen, and he certainly did a nicer job the second time around. For a dog that I've had as much trouble on the stand for exam as I have this dog, I was pretty pleased with his effort here. I know he didn't stand up perfectly, but if I had to adjust him in the ring like that, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. That's something that I can continue to work on. I have on my list that it's time to get other people to examine Thad. I have been working on having him look up at me as I return to him and stand in heel position. Turning to him with my hand at my side is at this point my strategy, because if I come back with my hand in heel position, he's more likely to sit. Now this time I turn left into him to get ready for the off-leash heeling, and I think that's a better strategy for a dog that has the issues that he has. My first reaction to the off-leash heeling was that it certainly looked almost exactly like the on-leash heeling, same issues, and that's a great thing. I mean, that means that it's not the leash that's causing him to do well or not do well. We had the same issue with not coming out of the slow well enough. But then the surprise happened. I have no idea what caused him to jump to the other side. I did not see it coming at all. I've looked at the videotape a gazillion times, and I guess I could say maybe I looked down at him. But in general, I think I've just got to shake that off and say, you know what? I'm going to practice longer fasts. I'm going to make sure that I keep my head up. And wasn't it nice to find this out today on a Sunday afternoon in an empty parking lot than it would have been in the ring? So again, this is a match, and my talking him through it the second time would be exactly how I would have handled it if I had been at a real match. Once again, I will say that I think my strategy has to be to always go left with Thad in the ring. I do turn left into the recall, but I might have wanted to turn left at the end of the off-leash heeling so that I was actually doing 2 left U-turns in order to line up for the recall. I was pleased with this recall. His front was straight, although off-center. It reminded me that I think I need to use my guides more. I was disappointed that he looked away from me after he fronted, and so I'm going to be marking and paying his head up. Now, this is interesting to me. As I heel away from the recall, look at him jump to my right side. I have to keep in mind that this dog is field trained and he heels on both sides, and I probably shouldn't let him get in the habit of jumping to my right in this sport.